Hello, how are you? I'm good, thanks. Beautiful word, isn't it? Thanks. It's a small word, but it means many meanings, each one nicer than the last. It covers all the beautiful things that surround us in our lives.
C'è tutto il senso della tua gratitudine e della riconoscenza verso chi ti ha fatto questo regalo. Le grazie sono anche tutte le cose belle che circondano la nostra vita.
Inside this word thanks, grace, is included special meanings. Friendship, happiness, liveliness, love, grace, and lots of gratitude. These are things in the dictionary, but also said very often by Father Oreste Benzi. My friend Sandra had lots of trust in him, and she always listened to him. To tell the truth, none of her diaries spoke much about him and what he would do, but there were many notes that she would write while he was giving a talk. These show that she believed deeply in what he was saying. She would write them down so that she wouldn't forget, and so that she could read them and reflect over them at a later time with calm.
Non dimenticarselo se lo scriveva per poterlo rileggere con calma tutte le volte che si metteva a riflettere.
In fact, one thing that Father Oreste loved to repeat a lot and encouraged the young people to put into practice every time they faced a difficult situation was
Che si
this.
trovava in una piccola difficoltà. Lui infatti diceva:
Every time you find yourself in front of a problem, straight away think about the Lord. He advised them, in fact, to try and imagine what Jesus would do in that situation.
In una situazione come questa.
He told them to read the Gospels, because this is where we find the advice of Jesus.
Perché è lì che sono scritti tutti i consigli di Gesù.
Father Oreste was a very good friend of Jesus, and so was Sandra. So then, if I am a friend of Sandra and Father Oreste, then I am a friend of Jesus. And if you are a friend of mine, then you too are a friend of Jesus, Sandra, and Father Oreste.
Sono amici di Sandra e di Don Oreste e di Gesù.
Julia, Melissa, Benedetta, Anna and her brother Francesco, my friend Constantine, and all those who I know. We are all friends. My friend Sandra took this advice into serious consideration, so much so that often she would sit in silence to reflect, accompanied by these words of Father Oreste, and together with the words of the Gospel that were always with her, try to understand how to solve her problems in her life. And because she was the one who knew how to look into her heart, she knew how to trust Jesus in situations like this and see how to improve for next time. She knew that the real conversation and this conversion to Jesus happens a little bit at a time, one day after the other. And each day you can start again. But not because you are making a mistake, but because each new beginning can help you take the right path and end up in the right destination. Our Father Oreste, in front of the little difficulties we encounter, said that everything is grace. But how can everything be a grace when we see that lots of things can go wrong? But he reminds us that God knows how to write straight over our crooked lines. And every situation that seems a mistake can become a new path, an even better one. How about you? Have you noticed any blessings or graces that God has given you in your life? Let me suggest to you that every night before you go to bed, think about everything that happened that day, the good and the bad. Then thank God for the blessings and see how you can change for the next day. If you want, you can write these down in a little diary and look back in them in your spare time, because it's always nice to recognize what progress we were making and see all the graces being done in our lives. And with these graces, there is always room and enough for everyone to experience it. So I keep you in my heart, and bye for now.
C'è posto per tutti quanti. Vi porto con me.